and I was with her during the last year of her becoming a citizen. So we had to go to not Trenton, Newark, New Jersey, and go through the whole immigration process. And it's pretty dehumanizing, and they're pieces of crap. I'll go ahead and tell you right now. There's some of the laziest government officials with zero respect for the people who are there trying to do the right thing the right way.
What's up, everybody? It's time for Locked, Cocked, and wait. Mine's already loaded.
Mine's loaded
Click. Too. Mine's been loaded.
Mine is reloaded.
Thank you. Oh, so yes, episode 9 of Locked, Cocked, and Unfiltered. I've got my co-host here, Clayton Slot Liquor, and Tony
I can't load this one.
Simone, and we're going to go ahead and dive right into it and talk about the big, outside first. Okay, first I want to say prayers out to everybody in Texas right now. This is an absolute just horrible situation that's happened out there. So I want to send thoughts and prayers out to everybody with that, everybody helping. If you can get out there and help. We kind of got, to me it seems fairly similar to what happened here with the last hurricane and stuff, especially up in North Carolina. So just some thoughts and prayers out there with that. But the big topic,
do we know if
go ahead.
I don't mean to cut you off, but do we know if there's any links that we can send to support at all?
I haven't seen anything yet. I think they're still trying to wait on official numbers. But I think the last I saw, there's 21 missing girls that have been found, but I don't think they were alive. So I could be wrong on that. Don't anybody quote me on that. But I know the last overall number, I think it was 70 total that have passed away due to the flood.
Yeah, let's wait a little while before we try to do GoFundMe, because there's going to be people that are con people in on this. So be real careful. Maybe wait until either official government or somebody you trust that says something.
Exactly.
Because they're just going to be pieces of crap trying to take advantage of this.
Yep.
Also, something else, keep in mind, a week from now, these people still going to be affected, and there's going to be something else in the news. So if you're going to help, think about like a long-term donation or something like that, at least for 6 months or something, longer than the news cycle is going to show it, because people are going to need help.
Right. I mean, honestly, North Carolina's still dealing with stuff up there. So, And that's been almost a year now. The
reason I put the 6-month thing on, at least, everybody acts like a check is going to show up next week, and it's not. You know what I mean? It's not. So if people have legitimate GoFundMes or something like that, or something you can give to, plan on giving it to it for a little bit. So, you don't have to make it a big whopping thing, but you can make it a continual thing for a little while. That would probably help more.
Right. Yep. Excellent point to bring out there. But no, I just wanted to throw that out there real quick, because I know that's a big thing going on right now as well, too, along with our subject for tonight with Alligator Alcatraz. So look, I know just the way I knew as soon as I saw the name, I was like, Lord, this is going to get, and they went to exactly what I knew they were going to go to, the concentration camps. I'm like, come on now. This is just a little too far. But now, I will say, in politics, to me, perception is reality, just like in the corporate world. Perception is reality. I do feel we could come up with a better name than freaking Alligator Alcatraz, but it is what it is. It's there. And I mean, honestly, from what I've seen, looking at the pictures,
What was that?
Me laughing at this stupid crap. Go ahead.
oh yeah, the stuff around this is ridiculous. But I mean, looking at the pictures, this is if now look, I know it's the internet. We can't guarantee everything's real on the internet, but looking at the pictures, it's way better than what I've seen. Because I know Obama caught flack during his administration about how they were being housed and stuff, and even Biden caught flack how they were housed and stuff. And from my understanding, some of these pictures are from those exact situations. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I mean, they've got bunk beds in here and stuff like.
So much more for activities.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, dude. So I'm looking at it, right? And they're like, oh my God, they just put up temporary things, and it's environmental concerns and this Native American land and just this. And so I look it up, right? Because I don't know anything about it. I don't watch regular news because I've discovered, shocker, it's a lot of propaganda and emotional manipulation to the point that it's almost ridiculous. You can't trust Fox, you can't trust CNN, you can't trust any of them. So I'm like, okay,
well, even looking stuff up on the internet,
yeah,
you're running into the same thing.
no. So I'm like, okay, what the hairy heck is Alligator Alcatraz, right? I'm like, I don't even know. I just heard the stupid term, and so I Wikipedia article, right? And it's such a slant on a Wikipedia article when you read it. It's like they just pulled up a hunk of swamp in the middle of nowhere and just start putting stuff on it and haphazardly throwing stuff up and not caring about the environment and not taking Native American land. But as you get into the second highlighted thing, it says Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport. So I click on it.
Right.
Wait a
Yep.
minute.
Formerly Everglades Jetport.
Yeah, it's a 10,000-foot runway, and it's something that's been open since the 60s. And up until 2018, 29 planes were landing there a day. It was planned on being the largest airport in the world, except the jets fell through and supersonic transatlantic flight wasn't happening because it was too expensive and the sonic boom was annoying the hell out of everybody. Nobody wanted to fly it over their homes. But it was supposed to be 5 times the size of JFK Airport in New York City. So they've done studies. They know about it. It had an active airport there until 2018, and they were still using it as a training center. So all of this, they just pulled up a hunk of swamp in the middle of nowhere as horse crap. Or it's a little tiny airport. That's a 10,000-foot runway. It's just all bull crap. And now we're looking at it, and again, I don't know how to say this because I just had to sign a thing from work about media. But I can say I work in the department. Yeah.
Wait. Let's back up this. You have to be careful when you say on social media now.
No. When it talks about my regular job, I work in the Department of Corrections. I work in the Department of Corrections. I can say that. I'm looking at brand new cells, brand new beds, brand new buildings. I work in a building that was built in 1835.
Yeah, a lot of your jails. Yeah, a lot of your jails are really old like that.
We're in the second oldest continual operating prison in America. And these politicians want to go to Florida to see the newest prison in America because they're worried about human rights and living conditions. It's ridiculous. It's all political. And it's almost frustrating the way everyone can be manipulated. But I do find it funny that they raise money for this detention center. The Florida Republican Party is selling T-shirts that says Alligator Alcatraz on it as fundraising.
God, I know that is. So this is where I'm also going to kind of play devil's advocate and say this is almost where you could see both sides playing each other's side to try to drive that divide even deeper. Because Okay, again, the name could have been better. I'm sorry. I get it. I know. But still, and now you're selling merchandise.
Yep.
Like,
So
it's just,
uh, I read it, and there was one part that I think a lot of people fluff over, and it's the fact that they
Somebody,
gave
some,
it that name to encourage people to freaking get themselves out, self deport before you end up at Alligator Alcatraz. That's why they gave it the name. So you can go, do you want to end up there, or do you just want to go back to where you came from before they catch you, or start your paperwork? See, my issue is a bunch of things that they trying to turn this into a political thing when you should just go, hey, let's let people that are legitimately want to come to America and make money because that's what it is. Stop acting like it's like everybody wants to come here and live a great life and live here the rest of their lives. If I'm from somewhere where I make very little money, let's say $1,000 to $2,000 a year, but I know I can come to America and make a crazy amount when I'm living with my six cousins in like a four bedroom.
even at the worst job, you're still going to make what, 20 to 25,000 a
Even at the
year
worst job.
compared
So
to.
I'm using real examples. I was in a relationship with a lady that was an illegal immigrant. She came here when she was 3 years old. As soon as she graduated high school, she got a job working in my family's company with us, and she started her process to become a legal immigrant. Eventually, we started dating, and I was with her during the last year of her becoming a citizen. So we had to go to not Trenton, Newark, New Jersey, and go through the whole immigration process. And it's pretty dehumanizing, and they're pieces of crap. I'll go ahead and tell you right now. There's some of the laziest government officials with zero respect for the people who are there trying to do the right thing the right way. They treated you like gum on the bottom of a shoe. And I mean, to the stupidity of this, imagine a gigantic office with like 200 people sitting in it. And instead of just having you get a number when you come in, they call you by your name. Well, this is people from all over the world with names you couldn't pronounce on a good day after they repeated it to you three times. They're reading it off a piece of paper with whatever accent they have. And if you don't answer when they call you twice, you're out. So they got
Damn,
babies
they don't at least
crying.
give you three?
They got people. Nope. They got people all over the place with their kids because they got to sit there the entire day. They don't even give you a time period. You know what I mean? Just come here and sit all day. And they're so stupid, they don't even have take a number. Like, serving number 14. Everybody here can say 14. Nope. So I think it's multi-level bullcrap, and they're playing politics with it when you should just go, hey, let's make it easier for good people to come in, have their background checked, let them start work, let them pay taxes, and let them not be blackmailed by dirt bags that want to pay them under the table and less money than other people, and then threaten them with calling INS on them. That's bullcrap.
Yep.
And every person that come in this country ain't some fucking angel that wants to work their ass off for the American dream. Some of them are lazy pieces of shit. I can almost name the mother effers in my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend's family that were just sitting here coasting on programs and just making money. I think I told my wife today one of the funnier stories is her cousin. I would pick her up every morning and take her to work. All right. Now she had her paperwork in. I'd take her to work, and one day we had to reroute past her cousin's house. Well, her cousin and her cousin's husband would leave to go to work every day. He would come down the stairs, jump in the truck, and go to the construction site. And he'd wave at her, and she'd start walking toward the bus stop. She'd stay at the bus stop with everybody till the bus pulled off. She wouldn't get on the bus. She'd turn around and go back home. She told him she was working. She wasn't working at all. She stayed home all day. He'd work all day long. And when my girlfriend at the time went to get her citizenship, they all goofed on her saying, why are you spending all that money and taking all that time when you could just get benefits and do this? So, yeah, she was the hardworking person in her family. And then she had cousins that were dirtbags. So it's not like every person, like every immigrant is a monolith because they're not. Her family was from Honduras. She wanted to work. Now her, she's, I think, married, living in Texas, has like one or two grandkids, has her own company where runs an HR company. So she made something out of herself, graduated college. I think she even has her master's degree. This was a person who actually lived the American dream and wanted to improve herself. And then there are others that just don't, and they won't. So you have a chance.
Because they know they're going to get the handout.
They know they're going to get a handout, and now something like this forces them to make a choice. Do you put in for the paperwork? Do you still run around hoping you don't get caught, or do you go back to where you came from? And I know many people that, I've been blessed to have friends that are immigrants. Many of them are legal in different ways, but they want to work and they want to do the right thing, but it costs a lot of money and takes time.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it because they know the payoff at the other side is good job, education, and don't have to worry about being deported.
Right. And I don't, none of us are saying that this needs to be an easy process, but I do think it could be a more affordable process.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, instead of dumping money into all these programs, make it more affordable and dump it into the programs where people are actually trying to do the right thing and come here legally.
yep.
Yeah, but this has been just absolutely hilarious with some of the stuff I've seen.
It's
I'm not
ridiculous.
gonna lie,
it's
the memes coming out are hilarious.
Oh, really?
oh god, have you seen some of the AI videos that have been coming out?
Yeah.
With what happens if you escape Alligator Alcatraz? I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Did you see that one? But yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is like you were talking about. They act like this is just something they've constructed in like a week. That's what I was when I first heard about it. I'm like, so you're telling me in a week, 2 weeks, they just went and just built all this, laid cement,
Yeah.
all this stuff. I mean,
Well, you listen to people that don't even know how buildings are done. Yeah, it takes longer than that.
Right.
The cure for concealment.
right, exactly.
And I'm listening to it, right? Now, again, this is somebody that works in the Department of Corrections. And I'm listening and they say, oh, they want these politicians. They're not allowing the politicians on base to check and see if it's humanitarian condition. What do you know about humanitarian conditions? Like you're going in with a political slant already. So you tell me you're just going to walk in there and go, okay, everything's clean and nice and they got clean toilets and
Right.
clean. No, they're not. They're going to, whatever they see is going to be a problem. So,
It says the capacity.
Yeah, I mean-
it says the. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Where's that pic there? Yeah, I mean, they've got
No,
like, dude, these things look better than what our barracks did when I was in service.
Yes, my barracks were condemned when I was in the service. They were condemned. They opened them back up for us.
Now, we were fortunate enough where they did eventually build, tear down and build us new barracks. But I mean, that was like I was almost out by the time they started doing that. But yeah, I mean, I would rather be in these cages with these kind of beds when I was in than what I was in. I mean, come on now.
And that's where I call BS because, again, I've stayed in worse places while I was in the Corps.
Right? I mean, come on now. Even when you go overseas, you don't get anything that's nice. Well, I take that back. When we were in Kosovo, it was mainly Army and Air Force. So we rolled in, man. These mofos are eating freaking steak and lobster. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here?
I got lucky. I got to Japan, mainland Japan on Iwakuni, as they were turning part of the base over to the Japanese. So the Japanese built brand new barracks for the Marines. Individual rooms with an adjoining bathroom with the room next door. But we had to keep the place spotless. So for when we did turn it over to them, they had a brand new barracks. You know what I mean? So that's what we did.
Yeah.
But I had brand new, and I'm looking at this, and I'm like, other than individual beds, this is a squad bay looking situation. Bro, I stayed in Quonset huts. When I was on Fort Pickett, I stayed in World War II Quonset huts.
Yeah, we were. Where were we? No, even that place what was it? Fort AP Hill. We were doing a big field op up there. They had to roll us into some barracks because of a hurricane moving in, but those really weren't that bad. I mean, I've been in worse. Now, while we were having the new ones built, the reserve barracks they put us in, oh my God.
Mhm.
Some of the cockroaches would walk off with your damn helmet if you weren't careful.
What the
But yeah, I
hell?
mean, I'm looking at some of these pictures, man. I mean, these are like, these have
Oh
beds.
God,
One,
what'd you find, Clayton?
All right.
oh God.
So I know I was at Fort Pickett, right? So I know they changed the name when they went through the politically correct thing. So it was Fort Barefoot, Barfoot, Barfot. But I forgot. That stuff changed the name back to Pickett. Oh, I forgot to say crap. Oh, oh. Dude,
Gotta
this is
love
just
this
funny
stuff,
to me.
man.
They changed the name of bases like it changes anything. You know, we still get paid crap, and
Right.
I still expect a freaking a public information commercial to come up in about 20 years talking about the water I drank when I was on Lejeune.
Yeah, I wasn't in that time frame for what they're doing now.
Mm-mm.
But
I showed
I
up.
do think like something.
I showed up 3 years later, and nobody was talking about how great the new water was, dude. They just had to cut off.
Right.
They just had to cut off right. The insurance companies time that crap for the lawsuits when most of us are
Well,
dead.
we were where our barracks was the water treatment plant was right down the road. So you know what summertime was like with that thing.
Oof.
Oof.
Ooh.
And
Oof.
then what? Then here's the kicker: the chow hall was literally right across the street from it.
Yep.
Oh.
So yeah, exactly.
Oh, but Alligator Alcatraz.
Give me. I was about to say, give me Alligator Alcatraz, my
Oh,
God.
dude. Remember the first day waking up on Paris Island and the smell of that place? It's in a swamp.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Paris
You
Island
never forget
is
that.
in a swamp. Now, at least are you from South Carolina? I know you live there. Are you from there?
No, I'm born and raised, brother.
So I'm from Southern Virginia, 20 minutes outside of North Carolina. I thought I knew Southern freaking what do you call that? In the humidity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I woke
Oh
up
no.
and it felt like someone was trying to smother me with a damp hot sock.
And look, man, I'll be honest. I was there in the winter. It was no better.
Oh, I'm
It was
sorry.
no the
I was there in November,
the only
bro.
difference. Okay. Yeah, you were there around the same time. What? No, I went in
Oh,
October, and then January was when we graduated. But oh yeah, man, that's something you never forget.
so don't tell me
You
about
know
what it's like in a swamp.
exactly. Well, see, what was the funniest thing for me was when we got out to the obstacle course. You know, the obstacles with the water. They had the fences around it. Well, we had a guy in our platoon that was a city boy, never been out in the country. You know, he had seen alligators and stuff like that on TV and things and everything. But we get out there and he asked the drill instructor why there's gates around all the stuff with water. And the drill instructor's like, to keep alligators from out so they don't eat your ass. I've never seen a black dude go white so quick in my life.
That's because y'all are wusses. We didn't even have the gates. We didn't have the fences.
Right? Yeah. I mean, those things have, it's not like those things have been there forever. So, I mean, yeah, come on, man. I
Again,
mean,
you're talking to dudes that had trained in the swamp, stayed in condemned barracks, had barracks that had mold issues and all kinds of hell. Just military barracks still today have housing issues for the enlisted. Don't tell me about some inhumane
oh,
treatment for
yeah.
people that. Oh, and by the way, they're not there serving years. They're just waiting for their trial and their paperwork to get done before they sent back to where they came from. It's a transient
Exactly.
place.
Yep.
Nobody's doing
And
hard
the
time
whole,
in
and,
Alligator Alcatraz.
uh-uh. I know there's people in the military right now that would probably kill to have something like that.
A new barracks? Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. But here's the other kicker for me. From my understanding, DeSantis is the one that had this built, correct? This
Uh,
was built by
yeah, it was
Florida. This
built by
wasn't built
Florida.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what gets me is that they're blaming Trump like it was federal money that was put in. Well, I mean, it probably federal money went through, but still, it wasn't him that decided to do this. It was actually DeSantis.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's a concentration camp. Again, it's temporary housing
I
for people in the process because they were already out and they never turned themselves in. They never did the paperwork. They never showed up for their court dates, all that
Right.
stuff. So they had the opportunity and now they got caught and they're not locked up, locked up. They're waiting on the trial. All right, now they deport. And I'm assuming there's the other side. Maybe they won't get deported. Depends on who they are and why they're here.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, the environmental concerns have been hilarious. You know,
Yeah, I've seen some of those.
those
Are,
horrible mosquitoes that are down there spreading diseases, and I'm like, how
mm-hmm.
many people live down around that swamp?
How many people work there? Again, they were doing 29 planes landing there a day. You know how many people? Marine Corps Air
But
Wing here. You know how many people it take to operate an airport that has 29 incoming flights a day?
but mosquitoes weren't a concern then.
Yeah.
The jets were keeping them all away because the engines were blowing them all over the place.
And I'm like, I'm not
Jesus.
and I'm not a Trump dude, but it's annoying. Also, by the way, everybody here at Alligator Alcatraz is there for deportation, right? These assholes want them to go to regular prison where they're in there with rapists, murderers, and gangbangers. And by the way, violent
Right.
racists of different gangs who are going to attack them
Yep.
or force them to join a gang or jump them in a gang.
Hey, Chris.
Just
Yeah.
saying.
What did you just? What did you just suck on, Tony?
Yeah, look, did
I
look like
sure
that,
did.
didn't it?
I was gonna say.
It's huge. Huge.
I don't know. That's about right. It takes two hands sometimes.
Yeah. One holds my belly up. So, yeah, it just clicked with me. They want these people somehow to go to regular prison where they're exposed to gangs, racist gangs that jump them and shank them, or they're forced to join the gang. So you're saying they're taking regular people from a construction site and send them to a brand new detention center where they wait until their paperwork is done and everybody's there for the same thing. Everyone is locked up there, excuse me, detained there, because there's a difference between being detained until your paperwork is done and until your trial comes up to being locked up in county or locked up in federal or locked up in state prison. There's a huge difference in all of that. And they want to
Right,
ignore it.
where somebody's just gonna,
Yeah.
where somebody could shank you because you looked at them the wrong way.
Yeah, all of a sudden you got to learn prison rules or you sit at a new place where everybody's just waiting for the court date. And if they happen to be gang members, if they happen to be rapists, well, your regular dudes should be outnumbering them and beat their ass down because the gang should have no power there. You don't have the prison culture
Yeah, have
there.
you seen them also talking about the toxic gases that can be
Oh,
released?
shut up. We had benzo ditches
Oh, yeah.
running through Japan where sewer runoff. In the
Well,
Philippines,
then, you know,
in the Philippines outside of Subic Bay, we had a river called Shit River.
Chris has it after Taco Bell.
that's what happens after you eat Bert's chili at Waffle House.
Chili and Waffle House, two things that should not go together.
Nope.
Come on, man. You know you've been in there late at night, gotten some hash browns.
We were there
covered
together, bro.
chunks.
We were there together at training, learn.
Okay,
Well,
hold on.
you're right.
I'm gonna look this up, boys. Just out of curiosity. Keep talking. I'm gonna look this up.
So
But even, you know, they're also even talking about, it's hurricane season, putting these people there is inhumane
I've
because
seen
of
those.
like, really?
you mean they don't have prisons in Florida? because hurricanes come there.
Right. And how many of them were probably in some type of coastal area where hurricanes happen anyway?
The entire East
I
Coast is a
mean,
coastal area where hurricanes happen because we've had to move inmates into
East
our prison.
Coast,
We've had to move inmates
you
into
know.
our prison from other lower lying prisons that got hit with floodwaters during Hurricane Sandy.
So I mean, yeah, it's all yeah.
Well, there's a difference sitting here talking to us and dudes that have been in shitty government barracks. You know what I mean? Somebody that works in the
Right.
Department of Corrections and have different things that when you listen to what they say, it doesn't even make sense. It's like your false concern about immigrants. Yo, what's up, Clayton? You were looking for something.
I was looking for it and I found it just for you guys are aware. There's a Waffle House, Chris, 5 minutes from our B&B in Knoxville.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Where you
I know
staying
her.
at, Tony?
huh?
Where you staying at?
Either at the Hyatt or
Since you don't,
I'm staying in one of the bougie
He's
places.
He's too good for us.
since you didn't want to come be part of the cool kids.
Well, they said they were going to pay for my flight and housing.
Ah, hey man, I ain't mad at you.
I'm mad at it
I
either.
ain't mad at you.
I'm like, well. I'll take
I
it.
ain't mad at you.
You still gonna come hang out with us at the house, right, Tony?
Yeah, I mean, I'll come and hang out in the slum wherever you are, and you can come by the big pool. You can come and hang out at the hotel on the cement pond and swim in the cement pond that we have there. Yeehaw!
Hey, ain't nothing like a cement pond.
Bring some swimming draws.
Wait, did you say cement pond or semen pond?
Hey, listen, dude. I haven't seen my wife
It
in a
all
minute.
depends on what you wanted to hear.
Sometimes I'm cleaning it, it goes off.
Oh man, this is ridiculous, man. I mean, just this whole thing, especially just people talking about this is what happens in Trump's America.
Well, my whole thing is,
Oh my God.
again, you don't really care about these people because you wouldn't want them to go to
No.
prison. You wouldn't want them to
You
be
got-
in a
you-
regular prison or jails.
They don't want them anywhere. They want them back out on the street.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense. Every country has
And they want to
immigration.
rush it. And this is where people, some of the people that have come here legally that are upset because of how they're being treated, they're trying to rush these people through that immigration process because they know, and some of them even said it on TV, who they would vote for.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's all about votes.
They do not care.
They're paying people to vote. No, they don't care. As long as they get what they want. Just like all these people that want to dismantle the Second Amendment, what you think is going to be next? The First Amendment.
Well,
and then the Fourth Amendment.
The First Amendment's already on the chopping block, and people are too ignorant to even see it. They've messed with your First Amendment. They've messed with your Fourth Amendment. Every time some new crisis that the government itself creates happens, they go, we can fix it if you give up some of your rights. Every single time.
That was the Patriot Act. I see why there's so many conspiracy theorists that are there around 9/11 and the Patriot Act. I mean, the government really snuck that in. All right. Hey, if you want to be safe, you're going to have to give up some of your freedom. We got to be able to see certain things. We got to be able to look at certain things and not really know about it. So, I mean, that was the Patriot Act right there. I mean, that opened the door for all that, They even talked about it in there's a really good documentary out there, Terms and Conditions. It actually used to be on Netflix, and I haven't been able to find it, but that's what they talk about is, everything you're agreeing to when you buy these smartphones, download these apps, and what they're able to get access to because of the Patriot Act.
Oh, by the way,
Like right now, they're listening to this conversation.
believe me, they've listened to this conversation before we logged on. We got to eat at Tupelo Honey Southern Kitchen when we down there.
Two below.
Tupelo Honey
What is it?
Southern kitchen and
What?
bar.
Tupelo.
Tupelo, like
Tupelo.
in Mississippi,
I,
Tupelo. So
okay, I got you.
I
I
ate
hadn't heard
down
of that
there
one.
when I was there for goals last year, and that place is the bomb, bro. Slap your mama good. That's what the food tastes like.
Hey, I'm down for that. I am down for that.
Tupelo, not Fupelo.
That is
Tupelo
for sure.
Honey Southern Kitchen and Bar.
Honey.
If you look up the Googles, if you look it up on Google Map, you can actually see the food that I ordered there because I took a picture and did the video on it.
Center for what
Yeah,
the hell?
So it's actually not that far from our Airbnb. It looks like.
yeah, it's not far at all. And that stud muffin, Tony Simon actually did a review on it. I gave it five
Why is it
stars.
saying? Why the hell?
Oh, I hadn't seen this one. Apparently, there's also endangered species
Uh
around
huh.
Alligator
Oh,
Alcatraz that
100%.
I guess just now endangered after how many years of this airport being there? What was it,
Yeah,
68, something
68.
like
From
that?
68 until now, but now they're endangered. I guess they're allergic to immigrants. Excuse me.
Well, this is the
They're allergic to
this
illegal
is
immigrants.
the information that I'm getting this from is the Center for Biological Diversity. I wonder I wonder who they vote for.
Oh God.
The Center for
Here.
Biological Diversity.
Yes. They have offices in Nevada, California, Oregon, Illinois, Minnesota, Alaska, Vermont, Florida, and Washington, D.C.
Hmm. Quick question. Oh, also, the Friends of the Everglades is another coalition.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, so
Yep.
my whole thing is this: where were they in the interceding 57 years that the airport's been open?
Right.
And
Right.
again,
Here's
they said they're going to have.
Friends of the Everglades
Hmm.
was actually created in 1969, 1 year after this airport opened. So why weren't we on it then
Hmm.
with the toxic gases
Yeah.
and the rescue of the river of grass?
Now I can probably look more into it, but we already know the whole thing is politically motivated. Again, this was supposed to be the site of the world's largest airport, 5 times the size of JFK. 5 times the
Yeah, they
size.
were. I think they were even saying they were going to have like the that railway system that was going to be running um, to and from it to like Miami up to Orlando and things like that. So I mean, this was going to be something that was going to be huge.
Huge.
I mean, this could have been a huge airport for Florida, especially if you start running railways from them.
Right.
It was supposed to cover 39 square miles with 6 runways, connecting
Damn.
both central Miami and the Gulf of Mexico
Yep.
with an expressway and a monorail line.
Yeah, that was
Shut
it.
the
Monorail.
fuck up, you assholes.
I think Tony just said it best.
Yep.
So it's false activism, and it's like again, you don't care about people because you have supposedly going to have 5,000 people inmates. Okay, fine, 5,000
I
inmates.
saw three. I saw 3,000.
Well, again, all I do is
Uh,
pull up what I saw today here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
everything I've looked at, five I think has been the I've seen some say three, but I've seen more say five. So it's probably going to be in that 3 to 5 range. But here's the other thing, man. Right now, so they halted construction of this place in 1970,
mhm.
but up until then, it covers 24,960 square acres or 24,960 acres.
You know how big our prison is that houses 2,000? 12 acres. 12. So
Damn.
you're not going to have people spread over hell half acre running out and playing freeze tag with alligators. You know what I mean? They're not out there in the bush sleeping in a tent underneath a freaking mangrove tree. Mangrove tree.
Well, and that's the other thing. You know, they act like there's alligators just crawling around this place. Yeah, it's in the swamp. I mean, anywhere in the swamp, you're going to find alligators.
I mean,
But they created a moat.
to me, it's
I mean,
really
look how close.
amazing because you're talking. The people that are buying into this stuff are almost like children. It's like, have you ever had any life experience at
No,
all?
man, they're not almost. They are, man,
Yeah.
because they don't think for themselves.
And I'm like,
They take what they hear and run with it. They don't even go and look it up.
now again, my research into this entire thing started about an hour and a half ago. And it consisted of just going to Wikipedia and looking
Yeah.
up the place on Wikipedia that we know has a left leaning slant. But their left leaning slant only includes the articles on Alligator Alcatraz. But the second you do one click deeper, you go,
Hmm.
it's been there since '68. It's got a
Yeah.
10,000-foot runway. It was taking 30 or 40 planes a day up until 2018. And it's never
Mm-hmm.
closed. All these places are new. So they have a new barracks with new bunks, new sheets, new everything. Not freaking, again, 150-year-old prison that I work in. That you got generations of rats and roaches just there. They ain't got that. And again,
That's because the alligators eat them.
and again, they want to put these people in regular prisons with regular gangs and regular violent people. If you're telling me all of these guys are just hardworking Americans that came off a construction site somewhere, which is really amazing. You mean there were no independent business owners there? Everybody's just like a stereotype,
Of
and
course.
they're all Hispanic because that's what they're trying to play it off in. Like they ain't not one Canadian in that mother effer, nobody from Eastern Europe, not one Indian, nobody from Africa. Anytime they talk about illegal immigrants, they show you brown people, and you're not seeing the racism in that.
Exactly. No. No. That
158
that
countries
that's not.
around the freaking world. You think every one of them that shows up here illegal is brown?
That's they're not racist. We're racist
Yeah.
because we're talking about Alligator Alcatraz and how it's been there since 1968.
Mm-hmm.
So we're the racists
Yeah.
and
Can
homophobic
you
and
imagine being that schmuck that's worked there since '68 and they're talking about how dangerous and toxic it is now? You're like, what?
yeah, with all the planes going through. I mean,
Yeah.
come on now. Yeah, there was one. What was it that I saw? Oh God, it was so funny. Um, oh, there's noted no environmental impact research has been done.
None, huh?
It's a
Mm.
it's a fucking airport that's been there since 1968, and you're telling me they have done no environmental research?
No,
Okay.
no, like never. Like they
So
never got around to it when they were going to build the world's largest airport there.
Yeah.
Never looked at it. You're just going to throw that bitch up.
But I mean, yeah, when I first heard them, you're right, man. I mean, when I first heard them talking about it, you would think they just went and threw this up in a week.
Yeah.
They just threw some tent, like they threw some tents, like some old GP tents that they threw up in the middle of the swamp and put a fence around it.
By the way, they would have done
That
that with
like that.
us. By the way, Marines, yeah, yeah,
You're talking. I mean, this is like going out into the field for
yeah.
for 30
It's
days.
like, what you gonna do? All
We
right,
call that a Tuesday.
yeah. Oh, and by the way, let's just talk about the Marine Corps and our history in the Everglades. When the commandant of the Marine Corps left a message pinned to the front of 8th and I says, "Gone to Florida to fight the Indians. Back soon." Yeah, we fought the Seminoles.
Oh, I didn't realize somebody actually filed a lawsuit here. Did you see that?
Mm-mm, where?
So they filed a lawsuit in federal court seeking an injunction until a full environmental review and
Oh
public
yeah,
comment period are completed.
Well, of course there is.
Threatens endangered species habitat and violates both the National Environmental Protections Act and the Tribal Cultural Resource
yeah,
Protections.
yeah. But that do.
Again,
Again.
where was this when there were landing planes there?
It's a fucking airport.
Up until what was it, 2018? So, by the way, landing airport planes there, and they were doing. Oh, I forgot. Was it 29 to 39 planes a day?
39 a day.
Okay.
Now, I will say a lot of that is some of your smaller planes, but still, you're landing 39 planes a day there. And then it turned into a training center, so you're still landing planes there.
For the year ending October 10th, 2018, the airport had 14,468 general aviation aircraft operations and an average of 39 per day.
Did you happen to see the other use for it as well too?
Oh, what's the other uses?
They used it to erase exotic cars.
Oh, because again, the runway is over 2 miles
The
long.
runway.
It's a 2 mile long runway.
Yeah. High speed automobile events were held there because the runway is 2 miles long.
Jesus.
It allows exotic cars to break the 200 miles per hour barrier.
So again, no impact statement.
So, no environmental research was done, but in 2009 they were considering exploring for oil
there
in this area.
Yeah, but no environmental research was done for oil exploration.
Jesus.
No.
You can't fix stupid. You just can't fix stupid.
Yeah, but the Native Americans said yabba dabba something. Again, 1968. Auto racing was even proposing having air shows done there. Oil exploration. They haven't listened to you telling me they haven't listened to the Native Americans for 60 years, but now all of a sudden they're concerned. And what's the name of the place? Friends of the Everglades. They haven't showed up in the last 6 decades either.
Right.
Hmm.
Right, when they were created a year after the airport was originally opened. But now we're worried about toxic Lake Okeechobee discharges.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris has got the peanut butter again.
So,
Oh yeah, they're getting water.
For me,
I wasn't even paying that any
what should
attention.
show you it's things that we should have been paying attention to as citizens since COVID. If you even the dimmest dude, you should have picked up a government manipulation then, or just manipulation of facts to turn the public against you. And it didn't take much when they were telling you the mask would prevent you from getting something. All you had to do was Google how mask works. Uh, didn't take a lot. People are willing to
Yep.
just take the word of their favorite talking heads. And that's a problem. And if we can bring it around the firearms, that's one of the problems. Because I was sitting at my diversity shoot talking to a lady who didn't even know she was going to shoot
Yeah,
guns that night. She didn't even know we were.
You had three ladies, right?
Oh.
That were brand new to it.
We had
Or was there
Carrie
more?
and Liz, who were brand new. And then we had Autumn's daughter, and she'd shot before, but we had two that were definitely brand new. Liz had shot at her son was stationed in North Carolina, and she shot when she went to see him at the base, but that was it. She just pulled trigger. But she was talking about, and she bought into the stuff about assault weapons and that whole thing. And I had to actually have that conversation with her that assault weapons is a political term. And one of the ladies there, Autumn, had her future son-in-law with her, who was in the army. He was there with her daughter. And I pointed out to him, I was like, you know the definition of assault rifle, because an assault rifle is a real thing. An assault weapon is a political term. Two different things. and they tell it to you and sell it to you and conflate it for a reason. Same thing that's happening with this Alligator Alley. Same thing is happening. Anything they don't want you to think for yourself about, they just want you to pick a team. They want you to fall in line with their team speak. Both Republican and Democrat do it. That's why they have the term. Like you said, that's why Alligator Alley is named Alligator Alley. So it's much like deplorables. One sees it as an insult and one sees it as a badge of honor. Same with Alligator Alley.
Right.
Yep.
Yep. I mean, it's a shot across. It's a shot across the bow from both sides. I mean, the name and how they're talking about it, but
Intentionally.
the the merch.
The merch makes
You
me
watch.
laugh.
I'm sorry. It makes me laugh, but it also worries me because you're going to have some crazy from the other side see somebody in one of those shirts, and something stupid's going to happen.
Hey, look, all I'm thinking about is
That's
fundraising for diversity shoot and selling T-shirts. This is. I went to Alcatraz. I went to Alligator Alcatraz, and all I got was a stupid T-shirt.
oh man.
Oh man.
This is just, I don't know, but again, it's the political terminology that gets used every which way. Just like with the ghost gun when they're talking about polymer 80s and stuff. It's a ghost gun.
And then you watch
Like
them confuse ghost gun, conflate. I'm sorry, conflate when you intentionally confuse something. Conflate ghost gun with guns that had the serial number scratched off of them. Oh, we have a rise of
right.
ghost guns. And then you show them, and it's a freaking regular ass Glock with the serial number freaking dremelled off. That's not a ghost
Yep.
gun. You never use that term for ghost gun. That's
Yeah,
defacing the serial number. That's a whole different charge and everything else.
Right.
I just really hope if somebody runs across this, I'm not, look, like Tony said it, I don't sit here and necessarily agree with everything that Trump has done, some of his policies and stuff. I do feel he is trying to do right by America, which to me, if you're living in America, even if you're here illegally, you came here for a reason, which I'm sorry. Okay. Some of them probably here for handouts, which you've got regular Americans that are working the system for handouts and stuff too. Just like this whole, everybody saying all these people are going to lose Medicaid and all this stuff. You've just got to be able to prove you have a legitimate disability. That's pretty much from my understanding from what I read from it, the plain and simple, which if you go and live, if you have to go on unemployment, what do you have to do? You got to show them that you're looking for a job.
Right.
I mean, come on, people.
Hey, listen, I work
just like with
I work for the I work for the state government. I don't want people looking too closely at anything I'm doing. Just calm your ass right down, sir.
just like the VA, you don't walk into the VA and go, "Hey, I had a disability from this."
Unless you're a good attorney.
No, that's not going to help.
Well, now, well, no. There's some instances where it has, and
I don't believe you, sir. Please give me his number so I can call him.
I'll let you know depending on the outcome of my situation, because I might be giving them a damn call myself.
Yeah, because I need to speak to Top Dog Law, please. Because I'm trying to get this 100% before we retire here.
Oh, me. What gets me though, just I know we got a little off subject here, but with that, like when they gave me mine, it was a certain percentage here, certain percentage here, certain percentage here, but then the overall percentage didn't add up to what that certain percentages, all those added up to. I'm like, man, I don't understand VA math.
Nope.
But
let's make it easy on everybody. Give me 100%, and we can all understand what that 100% means. And then I could just go on and do diversity shoots freaking all year long as a thing because I'm getting a separate check.
Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I just, I'm just saying, there's people out there in the military right now that would probably enjoy anything remotely close to this. I mean, Jesus. I mean, what the hell?
Bro, brand new barracks, brand new squad bays. I was in a World War II squad bay at Pickett, bro.
How bad would it sound if I said just take them and put them in the military?
Nah, nah. I mean, look.
Yeah, valid
How's
point.
this?
Yeah,
How's this? If you want to become a U.S. citizen, what is it, the Hughes Act? Isn't that what it was called? It was called the
yeah,
Hughes
because
Act.
there were guys I was in service with. My understanding, they joined to be able to get their citizenship.
Yep.
I mean, give them, right here, either go to Alligator Alcatraz, go home, or
Yo,
join the
bruh.
military.
Dude, they would go through Marine Corps boot camp, all right? And like, yo, this is some bullshit, bro. I want to go back to Alligator Alcatraz.
Right.
Dude, you get in that one time when you're freaking scrub brush and you're running on all fours with the freaking scrub brush pushing freaking soapy water. You be like, yeah, I want back in Alligator Alcatraz. Ah,
Oh
when they
man.
walk in with a freaking 55-gallon freaking trash can full of soapy water and throw it on the freaking barracks floor and tell you to get your freaking scrub brush out. Yeah.
Yep. Or they take all your foot lockers and dump it in one big pile in the middle of the squad bay, and you got about 30 seconds to find what's yours. When you never find what's yours, you just try to find what size you gonna fit into.
I'm just saying, bro. I mean, maybe they need to run this pity party past others and not talk to veterans about this crap. It's like sounds pretty nice to me.
Jesus.
And they gonna get fed. They gonna get
Yep.
medical. I mean, hell, you hardly could get medical in the military.
Think about this,
What's wrong
bro.
with you? Here's some Motrin.
If you're an illegal immigrant in this country, how afraid are you to get hospital care and medical care? Because something goes sideways. And if you don't live in a sanctuary city or sanctuary state, they could have boxed you up and shipped you off. So you avoid medical, you avoid the police, you avoid all that. And now you're in Alligator Alcatraz and you can be treated. You can see a doctor. And if it's like
Yep.
any other detention centers, i.e., prison, because they want to call them inmates, they got dental also. So they have access to health care.
Right.
Yep. Well, I mean, I know people in the medical field that see come in nothing. I mean, but yeah, I mean, it baffles my mind on how people talk about this stuff. I
Again,
know the name doesn't. I know the name doesn't help the situation. I can agree that I think it could be let's just call it an ICE detention center. I mean, really. I
well,
mean, next thing you know, I'm sorry, there's going to be a big flashing sign at the end of the entrance that's flashing Alligator Alcatraz.
hey man, don't poop on this too much. I might be selling gear on diversityshoot.com that says Alligator Alcatraz. Oh, I mean, it's
Oh
damn
man,
catchy.
Oh.
It's damn catchy. It
Oh,
has
shit.
alliteration, Alligator Alcatraz.
I'm sorry. It's surrounded by alligator and python infested waters.
Yeah, it's a moat. I said that earlier.
It's
It's a
a
moat.
fucking swamp.
Yeah.
And there's already people that live in this area that live in there. I mean, hell, even down, you get down around the coast, some of the swampy areas, you got golf courses in the swamps.
Yeah.
You got alligators walking across the golf course while you teeing up.
You've had people working there since 1968.
You've been flying planes in and out. Oh, me.
I mean, it just kills me, bro. And again, it was 29 miles, bro. Again, we have 2,000 people in 12 acres. 12 acres.
Yeah.
They might be in what, 24 acres if they spread them out?
Yeah. Enhance. 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 That's all I can think about here is Chris tacking on the way there.
Enhance.
You stupid.
It took you long
Oh,
enough.
that's great.
I was thinking about what I was typing. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Alligator Alley is no nickname. It's the detention camp's official name.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't realize that?
Oh, dude, that is great. Christy Nome really needs to do something
Yeah.
about all that damn hair that's all over her head all the time.
Yeah, that's the actual name of this place. It's not a
Yeah.
nickname. That's actually
No.
what they
Oh,
named
that
it.
is great.
Yeah, that is actually what they named. That's why I said the name could be different.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I just thought it was a stupid freaking. Oh, wow, that is just. I don't care. Oh, that is great. Yeah, I'm just laughing at this Christy Nome lady. Wasn't she the governor of South Dakota?
Yes.
Yeah, south or north. It was one of
It
the
was
things.
South.
I can't remember.
South.
It was South Dakota. I'm just looking at her, and everything has her with a big ass baseball cap on, like she's just having a bad hair day in every photo.
Isn't she the one that did the stupid picture with the
Uh huh.
plate carrier that was half on? Yeah, that's what
Yeah, looking like a dork. Oh, Tony, you're an anti man. Stop it. These people are not my heroes. None of them. Not one of them. They're not my
My
friends.
pillow's my hero.
What was that?
I said my pillow's my hero.
Yeah. The older I get, the more and more that pillow is my best friend.
Right now it is. That's for damn sure. I didn't get home till like 2 this morning doing the ride along.
I mean, what gets me is so. Let's say they don't put it in the swamp, and they throw it. Let's say somewhere in like the Appalachian Mountains. I
Oh,
mean,
jeez.
and then call it something like what? What's a good bear name?
The,
Bear Claw Barracks. Bear Claw Barracks. How about that? Bear Claw
the
Barracks.
Yogi and Boo Boo
Nice.
Detention Center.
Nice.
Yogi and
Bear Claw Barracks. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
just
gonna
like
be. But understand again, they put it on the location of a freaking runway, an airport that's been there for 50 years. Excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
almost 60 years.
mm-hmm. Yep.
So there are places that we have around this country, um, but you need the room and you need the facilities to be able to support 5,000 people plus. And that's a lot of water. That's a lot of electricity. That's a lot of structure that it takes to already be in place. So that limits you when you have so many acres that you can actually run this out and do this because it's
Well, the
temporary.
other thing is let's think about the money they actually save. So, okay, we do need another. All right, we need another detention center. Oh, well, let's go build it. All right, here's all this money that the taxpayer is going to have to fork out for this detention center. When now all you got to do is throw up some buildings, put some bed. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the buildings, if it was just shut down in 2018, can't be that
Yeah.
bad off.
No, you don't think so.
Because it's been
You know,
maintained the
yeah, there
whole
might be
time.
some repairs that need to be done. Right. You need, well, yeah, because it shut down as an airport in 2018 and then was still used as a training center. So, I mean, you can't tell me that some of these buildings are that bad off compared to what you're in, Tony, compared to what a lot of the military was in, and probably some of them are still in.
Our barracks had a big ass chain wrapped around the front of the freaking door. It was condemned because of asbestos. And then when they got us in, they just
Jesus.
took the freaking chain off and told us to field day the place.
Well, see, I think that's why they were doing new barracks at a lot around Lejeune a lot
Hmm.
was the asbestos and stuff. You know, I even think, God, the freaking reserve barracks that they put us in. So you took us out of the asbestos to build new barracks, but put us back in the asbestos to stay there until you get the new barracks built.
Yep.
You know, it's, I honestly probably would have rather stayed out in the field. Just give me a tent
Well,
somewhere.
listen, that asbestos ain't gonna bother you for another decade yet.
Then we'll start seeing those commercials. Dude, you got a refrigerator right next to you? Oh, he can't hear me.
Yeah, he took off his headphones to open his refrigerator.
Shit.
Well, you don't want to know.
What I
You'll
miss.
see on the recording.
Oh, you fuckers.
No, I was just saying, you got a refrigerator. You got a refrigerator right next to you.
Yeah.
Man, you guys
That's about time.
reach off screen and just grab the weirdest shit.
Hey, we don't have our carrot top trunk sitting right next to us
Hey,
like you do.
Honestly, I'm just trying to stay the fuck awake right now.
Who happens to pull out a freaking
Fucking pizza.
sleep apnea fucking hose? I mean, of all things.
I think on an episode we'll have to do like an MTV Cribs episode of MTV Cribs of Tony's trunk.
Oh me. So, look, I think the big thing here.
What's near Tony?
What's in? Well,
yeah.
we should have live on a Patreon. What's in Tony's trunk?
What's sitting behind Tony in his background? But I think we can all agree here with this stuff is don't just go off what you're hearing, people. Do your own research on this stuff. You know, because I'll be like, even Tony said it, and it's when I first heard about it, I was honest to God thinking GP tents in the middle of the swamp the way they were talking about this. But then you find out it's a freaking airport that's been used since 2018, then used for training. I mean, give me a break. Come on, man.
So, my opinion, if you really care about it, look into it. But look into both sides of it because they're really trying to play. Both sides are playing.
Of course.
But if you're
100%.
only going to be surface concerned, i.e., just clickbait outrage, shut up. You're playing the game they want you to play, and you're just being ridiculous. Actually care about it, or fuck off.
Right.
No, I think I can. I'll ditto that. I will definitely ditto that because this is just it's.
So
just
let's talk about something cool
I
because I got to shoot the High Point HP-15, their AR-15 at GunCon. I look forward to it because it's a price point AR. It's going to be sub $500 MSRP, and we're talking 16-inch 223 wild chambered mil spec AR with a carbine length gas system. And I was shooting it out to, 125 yards with a red dot they had on it. And people were shooting it all day.
Do you remember what red dot was on there?
He had an aim point.
Just out of curiosity.
Dave had an aim point mounted on with a kill. What do you call that? Kill flash on the front. And between my astigmatism and the kill flash, I could barely see the target out there, and I think I hit it 1 out of every 5. I actually hit with the handgun better at 125 yards than I did with that damn kill flash in a way. But my boy Angelo was able to hit like a 6-inch target at like 125 with it. Like I think he missed once out of 5 rounds because they had limited us to 5 rounds. But I got to pull the trigger on it, and I was over there while other people were shooting it, and the guys from. So I enjoyed shooting it because now the Delton is gone, and Anderson is no longer going to be producing AR-15s. You took 2 of the 3, or 2 of the 4 entry-level companies out for when people want to buy into and start buying AR. So all you have is PSA and Bear Creek Arsenal left now. So with High Point doing their thing, there'll be another company. I don't know who's doing their build.
Did you, I know we're talking rifles, but did you get a chance to shoot any Iranian stuff at GunCon?
So I shot all Iranian stuff at GunCon because I was able to get it. There you go. So My thing was when I got a
it's only on half of my gun right now.
well, that's the only half it's gonna be on. Um,
Well, it's only half of the gun I have right now. That's what I meant to say.
okay. So I got to shoot it on the 43. I got to shoot on the 43X. I got to shoot it on the 47, and I got to
Oh,
shoot it on the 19.
okay. So let's break this down. What was your thoughts on the 43X with it?
Oh, and I got to shoot it on the 365 in like three different forms. All right. I learned that I can't really tell the effing difference up until I got it on the 47 and the 19 because those little
Oh,
guns annoyed the shit out of me that I'm trying to hold them in my big ass paw. So I'm concentrating
so
on, again, I don't shoot red dots, right? So I'm focusing on hitting the target and trying to get the feel, hit the target, and I'm trying to compute in my head, does this kick more or less than the gun right beside it that doesn't have the comp? But I was concentrating on too many things. I was concentrating on a good trigger squeeze with the red dot. And then I'm like, how was the recoil? But it's not like my recoil mitigation is horrible because I got big ass hands and I know how to shoot. So it's
yeah,
like, what are my splits? Well, I'm not getting splits because I'm trying to hit this small ass target with a red dot. You know what I mean? Because that's when it comes out.
Yeah.
Is follow up shots. But with no means to measure the follow up shot, how effective really was it? I don't know. I know I enjoyed shooting the 47 with the afterburner on it because it had very little noticeable recoil. You know what I mean? I was like, pop, pop. I'm like, this is nice. And then I was blessed because I was there when everybody was wanting to go home. So instead of getting 5 rounds, we just freaking chunked all the mags full. And I was just doing mag dump after mag dump with it. And yeah, the 47 and the 45 are my new favorite
ooh,
Glocks, and I want one. The afterburner,
that's what this is. This is the 47.
yeah. So the afterburner felt good on those, or the way I shot them felt good.
That you don't have.
What's that? Oh, yeah, that you don't have.
I said that he doesn't. That he doesn't.
But then I question this, bro.
The ATF just likes fucking with you, dude.
That's fucking. Well, I live in Jersey, bro, where 30 days is pretty much when I'd get my shit. So, um,
Well, hey, when it comes down to if you get a 47, I have 10 round mags for you.
well, 47 uses a full size mag. It's limited to 10 rounds. I got a 34 and I got a 19X that I got from Lone Wolf. So I could use them. But yeah, I got to get that 34 out. I want to check it out. And the guys over at Radian were really cool. Oh, and I got to shoot that Model 1 AR-15 of theirs that's just priced out of this world. I think it's like 3 grand. So I got to run that. Um, I had passed up. I passed up the opportunity to shoot the 416 that they had over there. HK had the 416. HK had the CCP9, the little compact that they have, the brand new compact.
Yeah.
On that
Yeah.
side of the range, all the targets were out at 100 plus yards. They were IPSET targets out there. So I'm sitting there with a red dot on their snubby on that 3-inch barrel on the freaking HK trying to hit the targets. And I was coming close. I saw dirt
Mm-hmm.
kicking up around it, but I was trying to get the guys from HK to call the shot so I could walk it in. And they were like, I can't see anything. I'm like, why the hell you got Helen Keller and Stevie Wonder working the goddamn booth when you have targets over 100 freaking yards away? I wanted to hit him, but you got pistols sitting here. But I did shoot the HK 30 and the HK 30L, and those are freaking smooth. That's some of the guns I want. Um, I've discovered I like hammer fired guns, man. I just like hammer fired guns, and it's kind of annoying that the industry goes through these phases, and everybody either has to co-sign on it or you just, oh, dude, you like CZs? That's a hipster gun. It's only a hipster gun because you losers didn't hear about it. I've been looking at CZ 75 since the 80s. You know what I mean? It's like it's new to you, mother effers. Prior to that, it was, oh, you're one of those freaks that want a polymer gun, a Tupperware, tactical Tupperware. It's like there's always something. 1911s were freaking obsolete freaking 10 years ago. Everybody talked about how just that design is so old. I mean, it has a grip safety and a thumb safety. That's ridiculous. Until Staccato starts writing those same tactical assholes checks, and then all of a sudden it's the greatest damn thing ever, and it's adopted by the Texas Rangers. Well, the Texas Rangers had the 1911 that y'all called obsolete, so it wasn't that big of a
Right.
switch when
There's even
they started using 2011s.
there's even I think a couple of departments in California that are using them.
Yeah, there's what happened was STI changed their got new owners and changed their marketing and went after PDs. They went after SWAT teams because they had the money, and they went after elite police departments or law enforcement agencies. So you hit Texas Rangers, you hit like New York PD SWAT, LAPD SWAT. I mean, you know where they went, and they picked up retired officers that were cops or retired military dudes, and they put them on the sales team and had them send them back to their old units and send them to cop conventions and military conventions. So all it was marketing. All of a sudden, ta-da, they're back. STI isn't even the best company that builds 2011s. Speaking of, we had Phoenix Trinity there, and I got to check out their guns. Starting price $4,500, and that's a whole nother level of
Mm.
smooth that Staccato ain't. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, oh, and I got to shoot the T-Stas Night Stalker double stack. And I think their MSRP is like 750 for the T sauce double stack over at Gideon. Gideon had something like their judge mounted on it, and he said he buffed up the trigger surfaces of the trigger, and he scraped off some of the Cerakote on the slide. I was ringing steel at 120, 105 to 120, just ting, 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 ting. That's for like less than $800 MSRP. So there's a lot of stuff out there, and I was able to shoot some of the newer stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Um, I mean, if you want to buy a new firearm, there's lots of cool new firearms out there, but there are also guns out there that have track records. And what I noticed at this thing, because we're outside shooting, there's thousands of rounds going down range. The things that were guns based on military designs didn't go down. So the P30 worked, the P30L worked, the Glocks worked. But then you got to some of the 2011s, they're tighter, you know what I mean? So they had some hangups. You got a hold of some of the other guns that weren't AR-15s, you had some hangups. But the stuff that's tried and true freaking worked.
Ring.
Yeah, it's been proven time and time again, man.
Yep.
Hopefully, there's some good stuff out there at GOA. You're gonna be out there range day GOA, aren't you?
Oh, I already sent in my journalist stuff too. That's already been sent in.
Did you get? Yeah, apparently nobody wants me there.
Hey, I got you added to mine, man. We're good to go.
Yeah, you're good, dude. I mean, they have so many people not show up. Just use a different damn name. They have the badges all laid on the table. Just look for one that's not being picked up.
I don't think I can pull off Kevin Dix.
Nope, Ava Fennell. Grab that motherfucker, throw it around your neck, and walk the hell out.
There you go.
I'll grab Mike Sedini's. Oh, wait, he's gonna be that shit. I'm Jake Wiskerson.
There you go.
Oh fuck, man.
No, I think it's been a good conversation, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this was a good topic to talk about. Just the big thing with this stuff is I just hope people will do their own research.
Yeah.
I mean, out of anything when it comes to the public terminology or political terminology that they like to use, but I think it's been a great episode.
How's this?
Yep.
Even if you're on the other side and don't want anybody there, what prison do you think these people need? Because they're going to keep them detained. So that little, fantasy that they're just going to send them home, that's not going to happen. What prison do you want them locked up in, and what gangs do you want them to be jumped in by or attacked by? They don't have that problem at Alligator Alcatraz.
Right, exactly. And before we head out, you still got your NRA stuff going on with the suppressors?
Oh,
us?
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much lawsuits are being filed now because of the big, beautiful bill. So they're on to something else because I don't think they could find somebody for that. So we're hitting them up with a lawsuit, and every alphabet's in on it: GOA, NRA, NRAILA,
That's just
CJFO. Everybody's in on it. So pretty much we switched up after Big Beautiful Bill got signed. That we're suing because I don't even know why, but it's like Jersey got left out. However, the bill is gone, so it opened them wide open. So we're on to something different now.
No,
But again,
good.
you can still call NRAILA if you live in New Jersey and you're forced to keep your suppressors in another state because that's just another lawsuit. Give them your name. We always got lawsuits in the pipeline because that's the only way we're going to get our rights back because people still play team politics and they don't do their own research. That's one of the reasons we ask you to do that. We need you to think for yourself, to see outside the box and see you being manipulated politically. Because fighting lawsuits takes years, and then the Supreme Court could turn the lawsuit down and refuse to hear it. Now you got a decade in where everybody who's new that came in that 10 years, this is regular and this is how things are always done. So they don't even fight to get rid of it because that's the status quo. We need to fight to get rid of it all and push it all back. So that's why we're trying to get rid of the NFA. That's why we're trying to do all that. So the new normal can look like America pre 1934 as far as guns concerned, gun laws are concerned. That's what we're trying to get to. That's why we're fighting it so hard. We're going to make them have to fight to take it back. And again, they're using lies and twisted media. The reason I believe Chris wanted to point it out is because we need to teach people to think. We need to teach people to think for themselves because they don't do it anymore. Uh, Listen, you're to the point where it comes to consuming information, everybody slices it up to you and plays the airplane game and feeds it to you. You never learn to eat, feed yourself. All right.
Yep.
That's the problem. So we need you to
Yep.
think for yourself and understand some of this stuff shouldn't be political. They make it political so you can fight amongst yourselves.
Exactly.
shit.
100%.
That's a good.
So,
That's a good stopping point right there, man.
yep. So definitely make sure you get out there, get your information in there if you haven't already done that. If you do have questions around it, I'll make sure we've got Tony's information up. So if you have any questions, you can definitely reach out to him or any of the other, like he said, alphabet groups will be able to pretty much help you out. GOA, FPC, NRA, all of them. So I hope y'all have enjoyed the conversation. Hope y'all have a great evening and see you next time.